So let's take a look at what is coming up in January, at the beginning of the year, and how we can take advantage of the flow, the natural flow of what the church is doing to create momentum leading into February and then leading into March. So in January, we want to make sure that we have a good promotional package in place. So we're communicating what is important so that people are able to learn about it and participate. And ultimately, more people come to the church because we're promoting things in the right order that makes the most sense to people. So January, there's a couple recommendations that we have. And I'll just kind of walk through what they are and why we recommend them. We've basically learned this process, this schedule, by studying churches that are growing. Like there's certain things that churches do that are patterns for those churches that are growing and really taking ground. So we want to help you be able to do the same type of thing so that you're able to take advantage of the natural flow of your calendar year in promoting things that already are happening in the church. So in January is a great time for prayer. So that's one of the things that we recommend. So we have a package. If you're part of our pro plan, we have a package to help you promote prayer, to promote membership, church membership, and then also promote baptisms. So the idea is that in January, people are ready for a fresh start. It's a new year. There's a lot of resolutions going on. So if you as a church line up with that, that's going to create momentum. It's going to be something that is a felt need that people know they need in January, this time of year. And you're going to be able to say, hey, we're here for you. We've got something. Let's go. So prayer is one of those things. So prayer, maybe prayer and fasting, if your church does that, we can promote that period of prayer and fasting. So we want to make sure we have a good package for that. And again, in our package that we provide, we have the resizes so you can promote digitally and also in print. So we also want to go from prayer. So again, maybe that's part of a series that you're doing as well. A lot of times you do a felt need type series in January. So we can kind of put prayer in that felt need type series and make sure we have a nice promotion ready for you in that. Membership is a big deal in January as well, maybe towards the end of the month. So the membership track, whatever that looks like, at your church, we just want to make sure we're promoting it and communicating it very clearly. So people that are coming back to the church as part of maybe a New Year resolution, they're able to get into that membership process. Maybe towards the end of the month you start it so that we have enough time to promote it for maybe 2-3 weeks. Or if you're doing it on a regular basis, we can just make sure we promote it well throughout the month. So membership is a great one. We want to make sure we promote this digitally. So we want to be on Facebook and maybe on Instagram, the accounts that you have online. We want to make sure we're mentioning the membership process and promoting it, that whatever track you have, so that we are able to raise awareness online. And of course, in the church, we want to make sure we have screens. Maybe there's a poster that we have that's out in the lobby. And as people are coming into the church and experiencing the church, they're able to understand that this is important and this membership process is coming up. Baptism is another one that we want to make sure we promote really well in January. If we have baptism at the end of the month, so the baptism event, we then have enough time to promote it throughout the month. So if people, again, are coming back because of their New Year's resolution, they want to get closer to God, they want to fix some things in their life, well, one of the first things they should do is, accept Christ and then get baptized as a result of that. So we want to make sure we have the baptisms lined up for January. Maybe later in the month, we want to promote it, get people registered, get them signed up, and then have that baptism event. So we in that pro plan, we have that package that's ready for you so that you can promote the baptism both digitally and also in print. So those three things: prayer, some sort of membership track, promotion, and then baptisms. Being able to promote that really well. Now, again, you might have a series that you're doing that's kind of an overarching, campaign, if you will, for the month. That's great. And that's going to be a nice flow that leads into February. And just taking a quick look into February. February is typically a good time to focus on relationships within a family dynamic. So if the series is about relationships, that's great. If not, that's fine. Not a big deal. But as far as what we can promote things like groups, and maybe there's some sort of marriage event, or like maybe do child dedications. Those are great things to look forward to in February. Um, but right now, we need to get ready for January. We want to get all the promotions ready for you and get that in place. You should have those ready to go a month in advance, so that when the time comes, you have all the materials you need to then just roll out those promotions with the right information, the right calls to action. We'll just make sure that all that stuff is in place and ready to go, so these promotions are easy to understand and easy for people to get into, to take their next steps to get into it. We also have some blogs that we would like to recommend so that we can write something that is seeking after keywords on your website. The website is the number one tool that we have to attract new people to the church. They might find you on social media, they might find you on YouTube, but ultimately they're going to make their way back to the website. And we just want the website to be able to be found. And when people are searching, they search for church near me. That's the number one church search term on Google. So we want to make sure we have an article, or many articles ultimately, that lead people back to the church, that answer their questions. So when they're looking for a church, they're able to find these articles, and then from there be able to understand how they can get involved into the church, and find your website and go through that. So we'll post these on a blog on your website as part of the pro plan that we have. But just make sure you're doing this consistently once a month on your website, so that every month you're adding something new to it. In January, we recommend finding community. So here's a topic we recommend: finding community. How, and then the church, how the church can help families build lasting connections. So we want to make sure we create an article that's a 1,000 words, maybe 1,000 to 2,000 words, pretty lengthy article, just on this topic. That way it becomes viewed as an authoritative piece of content by Google. We want to include the city name, maybe the county name in the article, and we want to make sure that we help people find an answer to a felt need. So lasting connections is something that people want, and so we want to help them by providing this article to be able to address that felt need that people have. So people want solutions to their problems. They need community. So right in the title, we're just going to make sure they understand that that's what we do as a church, and we want to make sure that they understand what that looks like. Through this article, they'll learn how to attend events at the church, like where to find for information about what's going on at the church, how to join a small group, how to find opportunities to serve. We're going to unpack all those type of things in this article, so that people understand what their next steps look like in the church. So again, when they're finding you online. We want to make sure we're providing content that is really good content and brings down the walls. It answers their questions that they have, so that they ultimately say, hey, I should come and visit the church. And it's going after keywords. So when they're searching in Google for a church near me, then we want this article to pop up. It'll be in the website, and from there it'll unlock the service times, the location, and ultimately get them to visit the church. Now, we are providing a couple of additional topics below. If you wanted to look at some of those additional topics, there's a little bit of a description of what we recommend there about the article. So you could take a look at that. So parenting with purpose, parenting if we're looking for families, which is a good idea. Churches that attract families are typically churches that are healthy and growing. So there's a topic for helping us to unpack our programs, like our childcare programs, our kids program, our youth program, our events that are geared toward kids and youth. We can definitely put that into the article, like everything from, regular service services for kids in the kids program to, maybe VBS in the summer. Like we can touch a little bit of everything that we have so that people understand we are a church that is for families. Okay, a couple more down here. You'll see discovering your purpose. Again, that's something people need. Finding peace is another topic. Making a difference is another topic. So take a look through those. We don't have to do those in January. We can do them in January, but we can also spread out these throughout the year. And throughout the year, our website will grow and address different topics that are felt needs within our community. And again, we're going to be seeking after keywords so that from an SEO standpoint, search engine optimization standpoint, we are able to get the website found and invite people to then come to the church. All right, so hopefully that's helpful. Again, we've just been studying churches for a long time. It's what we do, and we want to present this to you. And whenever you're part of our pro plan, we will roll these out to you and get these designs ready in advance so that you're ready to go to promote these throughout the month that they're happening. All right, thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you on the next video.